Hi friends, welcome back. Today we'll go through the full walkthrough or demo of Proxmox upgrade from 8.4.6 version to version 9.0.1. So first, in the existing 8.4, I have applied the command apt update ampersand apt upgrade -y so that any updates to existing 8.4.6 or subsequent subversions would be upgraded. There are 0 upgraded and 0 newly installed. So now I am proceeding to close all the containers and VMs by stopping them individually. So before this, all the containers and VMs have been backed up to the NAS so that in case of any problem we can still restore them. There are some 6 LXEs and 2 VMs in my existing setup, so I'm proceeding to the remaining ones to be closed as well. Now I've stopped them all. Now entering apt full upgrade. There are 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed as well. Now I am changing the repositories to Trixie from Bookworm. So whenever there is a Bookworm, it will be substituted with Trixie here with these commands. So sed -i commands have been applied, and then after the sed commands, apt update is the command to proceed with Trixie related Debian packages. There are about 519 packages. This is the list of them. Now I have put in the command apt full upgrade, and then the distib upgrade. There is 518 recognized to be upgraded and 173 to be newly installed. So it's fetching from debian.org from the Trixie repositories. Proxmox 9 version is based on Debian 13 Trixie. Now it's proceeding with the remaining packages to be installed or upgraded. There are few warnings and few failures as it has shown in the log. So I faced this error like Proxmox v /pv apt hook, remaining that script, running that script has been failed, so it has to be fixed now. So I would reboot Reboot has been done. So you may choose either reboot with the reboot command or the push button to be pressed. These are the repositories already installed. There is a mix-up of existing repositories uh, with Trixie. So both Trixie and Bookworm repositories are there. So I'm adding the no subscription from Trixie. Going back to shell. Now I'm doing apt remove systemd dash boot. There was a failure due to this earlier, asking us to remove this. So that is the command. And then it even asked for installing the microcode. So I'm using the command apt slash install slash intel hyphen microcode. Microcode has got an installation candidate. So following that, I'm using deb http so and so to get the main contrib. But there is an error getting that update using either deb or apt. So I would use wget. Wget is working. It has downloaded one file. Second command also used with wget now. Now I'm using apt slash apt space update. It has shown 519 packages that can be upgraded. Now it still shows error related to Intel microcode, but I don't think it will stop. So I'm using pv829 dash dash full command. It initially checks for packages, checks for several other things. It updates with pass for whichever are passed, and there are certain info only and certain features are with warning, and there are no failures now. There are still two warnings as highlighted. So again, I'm using apt space update. There are 519 packages that can be upgraded. I have applied again the full distib upgrade. There is a sub-process pre-apt hook returning error code and also showing failure running script apt. I don't see that file apt.conf.d. So I'm getting pve version command to show me if it got upgraded version showing there, but no. I'm applying command apt space dist upgrade. Now I'm using touch command to remove the Proxmox VE. Selecting yes here. So this may be successful or may not when I'm removing the Proxmox VE as it is indicated here. So always have backups so that we can at least restore in the newer version, or if we are changing from ext4 to ZFS or any file system changes are there, it's even good to do it from the scratch instead of getting the restore from the earlier version. Now distrib upgrade is doing something. So it asks for licenses of Open, GFS and Linux are compatible, and then several prompts in the process of installation. It asks for our inputs. Entering Y. Services installed on your system which need to be restarted. So we can choose either yes or no. I would choose yes so that it can install services without asking. So it's unpacking several packages. It's reading the database now. Still unpacking. Progress has almost been 69% thus far. Now it's sped up. It's installing few things and setting up few things. %90 thus far. I created a symlink. Few symlinks were created. Eh, 98% thus far. Okay, it is done. Until 99% prompted for lve.conf. Proceeding with Y, your system has UEFI secure boot enabled. For third-party operating systems, it's better not to have UEFI secure boot as per my understanding. So in that case, it won't ask for a password during boot up. So if we are running Proxmox headless as we usually do, in that case, we don't have to connect the USB display cable or HDMI or DisplayPort cable for seeing the output on monitor. So in order to reduce some inconvenience, it can be disabled for the secure boot. But for now, I have given password for secure boot. Let's see if it asks, and then I can able to give the password. Now I would go to the boot and choose Proxmox if Proxmox is not by default selected as a boot from device in the BIOS setup, and need to check if upgraded. Thanks. Bye for now.